Hi everyone, I'm Randy Leave here at therenaissanceredhead.com, and today I wanted to talk to you about how you can use your sacred feminine energy to help you manifest your desires and have the life of your dreams. Stay tuned. So I was watching something recently on social media about what to do when we're trying to manifest something consciously and have the thoughts and beliefs that are in alignment with our desire. And then we notice the old story come up and the limiting beliefs or the thoughts and beliefs that are in opposition to what we want or that state of being that's in alignment with our desires, and what to do about that and how to meet those and turn them around. And that's definitely true. That's part of how we do this. However, what struck me is that for myself personally, and many of the people that are drawn to my work, my clients, the women that I work with, it's so much more powerful to be in our sacred feminine energy. And what does that mean? So if anyone's not really familiar with the sacred feminine, the divine masculine, here's just a nutshell version of what that means. So first, to understand that all people, both men and women, we all have both the masculine and feminine energies within us. So the masculine energies are about the outer, forward moving, protecting, proactive, problem solving, pros and cons, in the head, the known. And feminine energy qualities are of moving inward, so leaning back, trust, surrender, softening, allowing, receiving, creation, the shadow, the unknown. And so it isn't that one of these energies is better than the other. It's about bringing these energies into harmony and into balance and having them work for each person. And it's also important to realize that everyone usually has one of these energies that's more dominant in their system, both men and women. You can have men that are more dominantly feminine energy, or men that are more masculine energy, and the same with women. And it has nothing to do even with gay or straight or any of that. It's just where do you feel most comfortable and most like yourself, and feel like you're most in your flow and your ease in your life. In which energy do you more identify with? So for myself, I'm very much a feminine energy woman. And as I said, most of the women that I work with also resonate most deeply. And so part of that is to be in this softness. And this is not a passive thing. This is not a doormat. This is not weak. What an amazing part of this understanding the divine masculine and the sacred feminine is to realize that the masculine connects with its seat of power by moving outward, and the feminine connects with her seat of power by moving inward. And so when we are trying to consciously manifest, and we get caught up in the more masculine energy of like being in our head, and we're trying to fix and control and figure things out, especially if you're a feminine energy woman, you're going to find yourself really frustrated and that affirmations or intentions aren't working well for you. And so this is about finding balance in your system and realizing that no part of your system, your physical body, your emotional body, your energetic body, your mental body, your spiritual body, no part of you, your nervous system, your inner child, and your subconscious mind. There's no part of us that responds well to force. So think about it. Even if someone was to come up and like try to move you or shove you, what's the first thing your body does? It goes into contraction. It braces. And so it's the same with our entire system, especially our subconscious mind. When we try to apply force and like work really hard and change our thoughts and change our beliefs, we will be met with resistance because there's nothing in us that responds well to force, especially as a feminine woman. So how to acknowledge that old belief, those, I don't really even like to call them limiting beliefs, because any belief that comes up was there for a reason at some point. It served you at some point. So just to acknowledge that it's there, and then allow that softness of the feminine energy to focus on what it is you truly desire. And one of the ways that I have learned how to do this is to balance the masculine and feminine energies within myself. So what does that look like? It's actually a beautiful mirror of the dynamic of the divine masculine and the sacred feminine in the 3D reality in a relationship. So why is it that one of the sexiest things a man can say to a woman is some variation of, I've got you, I've got you, I've got us, I've got this, I've got you, I've got this. The reason why that feels so good, especially to a feminine energy woman, is because it allows us to let go. It allows us to let go of being in the masculine mind and come down into our heart and come down into our body and to open, to relax, to surrender, to trust, and to be in that juicy, delicious, receptive, warm space that it is what it means to be a woman. And so the initial reason why that feels good is because it allows us to relax. But the bigger, more powerful reason, the deeper reason of why that feels so good to our system is that it puts us in that seat of power. So that seat of power is, like I said, it's not passive, it's powerful. But it's to be found by that leaning back in that stillness. And from that stillness, we have movement. It's not like I sit here and I do nothing. I'm just going to be in this feminine energy and let my man come to me or let life come to me. It's realizing that when I'm in that stillness, then motion comes up. My desires come up around me, through me. They envelop me. And then, yes, life comes to me, but it's because I'm in this alive, awakened power. This is not a passive thing to be in this soft, receptive place of your sacred feminine energy. And so learning how to cultivate that and notice that when we want to have something new in our lives, and maybe we're feeling overwhelmed, or even in our 3D reality, we can bring our masculine energy in to serve our feminine energy, which is really like, when you think of it, the divine masculine is meant to come in service of the feminine. It's meant to come in and serve the feminine, to protect and provide and create structures and safety. And so this is how we bring balance. So even in my everyday life, I bring in my own masculine energy within myself to serve the feminine energy within me, in much the same way that I love it when my man shows up for me this way. You know, if I'm feeling tired or overwhelmed, or I don't want to do a certain thing, I'd rather go do this fun thing or this, more pleasurable thing. When he comes in and says, I've got you, babe, like, I've got this, I'll take care of this. Why don't you go rest? I've got this. Or why don't you go play, and this thing is fine for tomorrow. It's all going to be okay. I've got you. And so in the same way that I love it when my man does that, I bring my masculine energy within myself to serve the feminine. And so what that looks like when we are trying to shift our old story or change our beliefs is to notice when that belief comes up, and instead of trying to battle it, don't think that, don't look at that, to have that masculine energy come in and go, okay, I see that. It's okay. This gets to be here. I don't have to battle that. I've got this. And then that opens us up to let that feminine energy go, oh, yes. So now I can focus on what I truly want, on who I truly am, on the beautiful things that I want to bring into my life. And it's not even bringing into our lives, it's remembering that anything that we truly desire, that is part of who we are, that is meant for us. And so when we soften and move into our heart and into our body, and then we bring our focus to that desire from this place of softening, of allowing, of trust, of surrender, of receiving, and then we bring that focus from that seat of power, that's powerful. That is powerful manifesting magic right there. And just feel into it. Even hearing the word soften, what does that do to your body? It just like opens your body and it feels so relaxing. And that is when our affirmations and our intentions have real power. When we're in that as a woman, as an awakened woman, as an embodied woman, when we're in that space, that's the magic. That's when the magic gets to happen. That's when our delicious desires get to come up through us, envelop us, surround us. So the next time you notice that old story come up, instead of going into your head and thinking, oh, I gotta battle that, I gotta turn this around, why is this here again? Just let that divine masculine within you come and go, oh, okay, this can be here. I see that. I don't need to do anything about this. And say to that feminine, that immortal sacred feminine within you, I've got this. And then allow yourself to move into that feminine space of like, okay, I'm protected, I'm safe. There's nothing to battle here. Who am I really? What do I want? And I'm going to bring my attention to that and focus on that and identify with that and trust in that. And see how that starts to shift things for you. If you would like more personalized one-on-one assistance with this kind of work, I now am offering women's embodiment coaching sessions on my website. There will be a link to that in the description box below. And I also am excited to offer a new meditation that I recently created called Embracing the Unwanted, which is a beautiful, soothing practice to take you more deeply into the places of pain or resistance or the old story and connect you with who you truly are. And then I also have a beautiful free ebook called 7 Essentials for a Well-Lived Life that you get when you sign up for our newsletter. And the links for all of those will be in the description box below, so be sure to check those out. And until next time, dear friends, this is Randy Lee from therenaissanceredhead.com reminding you that you deserve a well-lived life.